Hi, everybody. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Welcome
Hey,
back.
girl.
How are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you? How's your birthday been so far?
It's good. It's chilling. I
That's
did exactly what I'm good at, sleeping. And I don't feel bad about it because it's my birthday.
That's
So I can do
good.
whatever I want.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad you had a good day. I'm glad you slept. I was trying to take a nap, but I couldn't. So I had sleepless.
See, mom probs.
Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay. One day my kids will get older, and then I'll have the house all by myself, and I can
If
nap.
my kids, whenever I have kids and they don't want to nap, like, I'm going to freak out.
Why?
Like, if I can't nap because my kids don't want to nap, like, I'm sorry, they're going to have to fend for themselves then because mom's sleeping.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad we're here again. You know, we we got our first episode out last Wednesday. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for who's watching it and liking it and everything. Really,
Hump day.
really appreciate it. It looks like that topic was just a really good topic. I liked it.
I like it too.
Yeah, I liked it too. So today's topic, I want to get into a little bit more of self love and body image. What do you think?
Oh, it's deep. That
It's
one is
very
deep.
deep. It's very deep, but that's what we're here for.
We shouldn't look at it as a negative perspective. We should
Mm-mm.
look at it as a positive perspective.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Not negative at all.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's unique in their own ways, in their own forms.
Like
So,
I was telling on this today because he was asking about like my like birthday things like I want to do now that I'm 20 something. But he was talking to me like, what do you think I want to do? And I told him one of the main things I want to do is definitely work on my health this year,
mhm,
but not even like being skinny or like having like the dream body, but honestly just feeling better.
yeah,
Like feeling waking up, not feeling like I was hit by a Mack truck, but just feeling better and like working on my health and learning my body a little
mhm,
more, like learning what works with my body, what doesn't, like regulate things, and then hopefully getting fit and back into shape comes along with that.
yeah. I mean, that's true. That's something I would like to do next year as well.
Hmm.
Especially because obesity does run in my family.
Hmm.
Not a lot of people know that, but obesity is a sickness. My father was at 300 pounds. So like it does run in our family. So like I definitely got to take care of like myself. Right now I'm just
Yeah.
not the best example because I'm having cheese and crackers and wine, but it's
You
okay.
get to have cheese and crackers. I feel like the wine cancels out cheese, so you're good.
All right, great. But you know what? I want to ask you, how do you practice self care?
That's one thing I struggle with a lot of self care because my thing is that like I want to do so many things
Uh huh.
in well, like limited time that I get so overwhelmed that I don't do anything.
Mm,
I'm like, okay, tomorrow I want to do this, this, this. I'm going to do this and this, and then I'm like, do I have time to do this? Do I have the stuff to do this? And then I'm like, never mind. I'll just sleep.
but do you think it's the time or the energy?
Honestly, it's the energy, like the
Yeah,
mental energy, the physical energy. It's a lot.
that's something that we should definitely work back in for 2025.
It should definitely become a routine because anything you do for what is it, like 25 days straight,
Yeah.
eventually, like it's just your routine and then, like, almost you can't live without doing it, you know?
Yep. Yeah, 100%. For me, the way that I practice self care, I don't have like a routine per se, right? Like
Hmm.
I don't like routines. So for what I definitely do when I feel overwhelmed, it's and which I enjoy a lot, like a lot, is doing my makeup. It
Hmm.
doesn't matter if I'm gonna go out or I'm staying in. like I love to do my makeup, and I spend my time on it. Like
Yeah.
that's something that I do. Like my makeup, not like I don't do my makeup when I go to work or things like that. But for example, yesterday I had a holiday party, and I spent
Mhm.
my time doing my hair, my makeup to look nice. Like that's the way that I kind of cope with my self care. And
Yeah.
I also try to rest as much as I can, especially because, like you said, right? Like we're not that old, but we're not that young yet. So we're like at that weird stage of age
Yeah.
where you don't know if like something hurts because you're old or
Like, am I getting old?
yes, yes,
Or am I like, is there something wrong?
yeah. So that's what I like to do. I like to do my makeup, um, and just rest like on a Sunday, just nothing to do. So that's the way that I like it.
One thing I also do find like self care with me is actually like I read the Bible
Okay.
and I give myself a little Bible study. So I usually do it in the morning because if I do it at night, I'll knock out. But I do it in the morning. I do my morning prayer, and then I do a prayer before I start reading. Basically like a prayer to like help me like in taking the knowledge to get to know him better and like be able to understand it. And then so I'll read a few scriptures, right?
Mhm.
And then if I don't understand the scriptures completely, I'll look online and like try to see different explanations of it. And then I do the soap notes like scripture, observation, application, and then a prayer. So basically, I write the scripture down, I write what I think the scripture is about, and then I write how I can apply it to my life, and then I do a little prayer for that scripture.
So what? I'm sorry, because I'm new to the Bible and everything. Do you use
Mm-hmm.
a special like a specific Bible, or what like do you
No,
use?
like there's different versions of the Bible, like they break it down for you. Like some use like certain words, some use certain languages. Um, I forgot what mine is. Mine is like the NSB. I don't know. I don't know the difference of them, so I'm not gonna start. But I know the Bible. Like what I do is like obviously I just go into a chapter, and every Bible has the same scripture, but different wording.
Okay.
You know, like some are more like English terms that we understand now.
Yeah.
Some of them use older terms that they used back then.
Mhm.
I have the one that uses like today's language, so I understand it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll pick a chapter and I'll pick like, I'll read a few chapters and then I pick a scripture that stood out to me
Yeah.
and then I'll write what I think the scripture is about, how can I apply it to my life, and then a prayer for that. Like if it was a chapter or a scripture about like strength or like faith, I'll like, find the prayer for that.
Oh, that's nice. That's good.
And honestly, it brings so much peace into my life that I feel like so productive that I did that. That
Yeah.
I want to do a bunch of stuff for the rest of the day. Then I'll like, coconut oil in my hair, do a little face mask. I
Oh,
just feel clean and refreshed.
you have to send me the information. Is it a virtual Bibles or is it a
There's
physical one?
virtual Bibles. I read my actual Bible. I don't know.
Okay.
I just feel like, because I also highlight. I like highlighting. So I highlight my Bible to make it look all pretty. But you can also do it online. And then there's this app. It's called the U version. It's the Bible, but then they also have Bible studies within it.
Whoa, good. I'm gonna look into it.
I'll
Cause
share it to you.
I like virtual things. Cause I'm on my phone most of the time.
Yeah, it's a
Like
lot easier when it's virtual.
yeah, like, I like it on my phone. Um, I was gonna ask you, what is your favorite um way to bring your self esteem or to boost your self esteem?
Honestly, doing my hair and makeup. Like if
Yeah,
I look good, I'll feel good. Honestly, I don't like doing makeup that much because not that I'm not good at it. It's just ugh. I get so worried and then like I have to fix this, fix that. But when I like actually take my time to do it and it looks really good and then I do my hair and it looks really good, that's how I feel like my best self.
that's nice. That's nice.
What
That's
about
good.
you?
Me, um, I don't know. I always have like those pet talks. You know, manifestation. I'm gonna say that. I like to
Mm-hmm.
manifest. Like I always wake up and saying I'm gonna have an amazing day. I'm gonna have a good day, a great day.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I am already putting it out in the world. Like I'm gonna have an amazing day. And sometimes when I feel like down, I always look. I'm like I always look at what I have. Like my house, my husband, my kids. So I'm like, okay, this is what I have. There's no like there's other people who don't have anything, and I have this. So just because I didn't get what I wanted, I'm not gonna be upset and things like that, or because I don't have the body that X people have, or the job that whatever whoever has. I'm not going to make my self-esteem go down because of it. Because I look at it like as a bigger picture of like
Yeah.
I have these that not a lot of people have it are my age or our age. So that's the way that I look at it.
Yeah, because I was telling you on this too. Like, also one thing I want to do this year is actually like start being grateful for things instead of looking at what I don't have, looking at what I do have. Like, I complain about like how much I'm getting paid at my job. There's people out there who like
Don't
don't
have
have
a
a job
job.
or don't have money. And then I complain about how much gas money is. There's people out there who don't have a car. Like, how am I sitting here complaining about, like, damn, I have to put all this money into gas? But there's people who are like, damn, I have to spend all this money on, like, Uber or a bus. And I'm like, I have to start being thankful for the things I have. I have a roof over my head. I have, like, food in my mouth. My dog is taken care of. My husband's taken care of. Like, my family is good. Like, I have to be so much great, like, because I'm honestly truly blessed.
Yeah.
And when I like complain about things, they
You
sound
feel.
so stupid.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah. You feel bad. I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't have complained about this.
Or
You
if I
know.
complain about my body, there's people who can't walk. My legs still work. And there's people who have like serious like body diseases and stuff like that. And like, I'm fine. I
Yeah.
just need to be more active.
I just need to exercise more. No,
It's
yeah, it's
crazy.
true. It's true. A lot of people, like the same way that I look at it too. Because when I first started working at my job, it was like
Mm-hmm.
that too. I was like, oh my god, like the people are like this, and I was complaining, constantly complaining, and not liking it, and I was letting letting my job kind of ruin my day or determine my day.
Mm-hmm.
And until it was a point where I'm like, you know what? That's it. Like I can't always be in a bad mood at work. I cannot be nasty with everybody at work every single day. So I looked at it as the bigger picture. Like, um, I have what I have. They don't pay me bad, so like I'm here for a reason. And I always look at it like it's temporary. So I have this tattoo here. Um, I'm gonna say it in Spanish. This is in Spanish. It says "Para todo hay solución menos para la muerte," which means it's like there's a solution for everything except for death. So like everything is happening for a reason. Everything is gonna find their solution unless you're dead, and that's it. You're done.
Mm-hmm.
So like I always
I like that.
yeah, like I try to remember that all the time. You
Yeah,
know.
because honestly, it's fine to always want more and want to improve your life. But honestly, you always have to stop and really think about what you already have
Mhm.
and how, like, you are blessed. Like, it is, like, like they said, like, oh, like when moms complain about like a messy home. Well, you have a home where you can make a mess, or like the mom complains about laundry. Well, you have clothes that you can like clothe your kids and stuff like that. And it's like,
Yeah.
honestly just gotta look at it with a different perspective,
Mhm.
and you'll be fine.
What what would you say like if you were here or your younger self was here? What would you say to your younger self about like everything?
Honestly, I would tell my younger self, and I think about this all the time, like, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Like, everything's gonna be fine. Cause there's moments like where I was younger, like I really thought I wasn't gonna make it out of certain situations,
Mhm.
but God has brought me through every single one. I wish I could tell my younger self like have more faith in God, because like He'll carry you through. Cause I
Mhm.
was always so worried, or always so scared. I wasted a lot of time just feeling like anxious.
Mhm.
But honestly, like I've gone through every situation he's brought me this far. He's not gonna stop now. You know what I mean? So I gotta
Yeah,
tell myself that, like, I want to tell my younger self, like, don't worry, like, it's gonna be fine. And like you said, you're gonna find a solution regardless. And then on top of that, like, just know that, like, you'll always be enough. You know what I mean? Like, don't look for, like, don't seek, like, approval from anyone else besides God, and that's it. Like, you'll always be enough. Don't worry.
that's
And just
true.
chill out, bro.
That's so true. That's
Mm-hmm.
something that's something that I always struggled with when I was younger until maybe like a couple of years ago, like seeking the permission and the approval of certain people, or like being afraid of like I can't do this because X person might see it and might not like it. I can't
Yeah.
say this because X person might see it and might not like it. You
Like a
know,
people pleaser almost.
yeah, but like I said, I'm at that age where I have to make things like I have to make my own path.
Mm-hmm.
I have to make my own decisions and I have to know what I like and what I don't like, and we have to make our own ways. And if
Yeah.
X or Y Z people don't like it, then they're not meant to be in your life.
Yeah.
Because if you have to find your own path, your own way. The people that really care about you and support you, they're gonna be there no matter what. But
Mm-hmm.
if they move on, I mean, I get it. Everybody has their own things, their own problems, their own issues. But you have to love yourself. Like you have to, like how we'll be talking about like self love and all of that. Like you have to be the first person to love yourself. It doesn't
Like,
matter
you have to be enough for yourself. Like,
exactly.
if the people don't love you for you, then they're not supposed to be there.
You know,
Honestly, you can't change yourself for other people.
and you cannot love anybody else if you don't love yourself first.
And when you find people who love you for you, that you know
Hmm.
you can be yourself around, it's the best feeling in the world. Best
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah, for sure, it is because then you love yourself first. You know what you want, like you know
Hmm.
what you deserve. Like you're not gonna deserve less than anything.
And when you have that attitude of you loving yourself
Hmm.
and you're securing yourself, you attract better people around you.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, there's people who, like, want you, like, to improve or, like, do better, but you attract people who are secure in themselves as well.
yeah. That's true. I like that. That's why I like for me, and I implement it to my kids all the time too. Like you gotta, like I try to boost their self esteem, in the sense like, oh my God, you're so pretty, you're so handsome, because they need that. Like I didn't have that growing up. I didn't. I didn't have that boost of self esteem that little kids should have growing up. You know.
It's weird because I never, like, I did have my parents always, like, boosting my self esteem. Like, you can do more, you can do better, you can do whatever. But,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, ever since I was little, my biggest struggle, I've always felt like I was never enough. I was like, I'm pretty, but I'm not pretty enough. Like, I'm smart, but I'm not smart enough. Or, like, I'm funny, I'm just not funny enough. Like,
Yeah.
that's something I struggle with all the time. And I fight with myself today about it a lot too. Like, I am something, but I'm not enough. And I
No,
don't know what it stems from.
I get that 100%. I get that 100% because I used to be like that too. But you know what? You just have to, as like you have to accept yourself for what you are and for who you are. Like you might
Hmm.
not think you're not enough, or you might think you're not pretty enough, but other people, they don't see you that way. It's only you looking at you that way, and that like kind of puts a hold on like you expanding, like your surroundings, and expanding who you really are.
Hmm.
Because you can't. It's like you put in an anchor on yourself, and it's holding you down because you don't see the bigger picture. You don't see the clarity that other people are seeing. And the
Yeah.
like no, Sabrina's like so beautiful. She's so funny. You know,
And it's like you can't even enjoy yourself because you're too busy putting yourself down.
and you're busy thinking about it. Like, oh my God, is did they like
Hmm.
me or they didn't like me? Like you have to
You
make.
miss out on a lot.
Of course, and you have to leave your mark wherever you go.
Hmm.
You decide. You have two options. You decide that you want to leave a mark, and I say, oh my gosh, she was incredible. Like she's so secure of herself, or you want to leave a mark that says, she's like very conscious and like very like, oh my god, like we don't know how she is, you
See,
know.
but that's what I'm saying. Like that brings us back to like the friendship thing.
Mhm.
Cause like honestly, like I don't need 100% reassurance all the time. But
Yeah.
my friends, like before, to like I compare them to my friends now.
Uh huh.
Before, like my friends, not that they put me down, but they just didn't care about how I felt. You get me? Like they were just caring about how they felt. And like, no one ever like made me feel good about myself. You don't need friends to like constantly boost your self-esteem.
Yeah.
But then my friends now actually care about me. And
Mhm.
they're like, Sabrina, you are like the greatest thing that happened. Like, like you give me advice, you help me out. But they actually care about you, which makes them know that they value you as well, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. 100%. You know, like I said before, like I had this friend for you know, a long time, and everybody goes a different way because everybody does their own growing in
Mhm.
a different way. You know, like you might do you growing differently than me. Like for me, like I honestly just want to find like I want to be more close with my spirituality because I
Mhm.
know like we all have some kind of spirituality on us.
Yeah.
You know,
You
but
always we all believe in some type of higher power.
yes, yes. So for me, it's like I want to find that, like the same way that you have yours. Like I want to be able to find me and like find myself and grow.
Mhm.
So like by you doing those things, people are definitely gonna like leave or disappear little by little because
Mhm.
you're not focused around them anymore. You're focusing on yourself.
And then God, I feel like now that I'm like closer working on my relationship with God,
Hmm.
He's gonna start removing people from your life that no longer benefit what you're trying to do.
Yeah, yeah, one hundred
He
percent.
starts to isolate you because He wants you to have that relationship with Him. And honestly, He has to delete all the distractions from you. So honestly, when I lose people, I don't really mourn it as much because I know they're not supposed to be there then.
True,
You know?
true. Yeah,
No matter what, it's gonna be sad. Like it's heartbreaking, but you just have to always remember that like better things are coming.
true. Yeah, that's definitely true. Like better things are coming. You know, everything happens for a reason. If it's for you, it's
Mhm.
meant to be. Um, and that's it. Like that's how I feel like that's how not everybody should see the world, right? But I feel like that's how the world should be,
Mhm.
right? Like because I feel like there's a lot of things going on around. Like there's a lot of things going on that everybody's just focusing on like that one thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, like if it happened, it happened. Like okay, like move on. But it took me
Mhm.
time to learn that way because I didn't used to be like that way. It took me time. You know, like not that I don't care or I'm
Mhm.
careless. I just choose like what to care. Like if it's really important to me and it's really something important, then I'll definitely care. But if it's something that minus that it doesn't matter or doesn't make a change, I just like okay, well, move on. You know.
And then let's be honest, like you have kids and you have like a husband. You have to focus your energy on that. Like you
Yeah.
can't focus it on people who are useless, people who suck. You shouldn't waste it on drama or whatever like that because you have a family that loves you and you have a family that you love. And that's where your energy should be focused because honestly, you don't have time to waste it on anybody else.
Mm-mm, not at all. Not at all. Even with my husband, to be honest, I sometimes he will tell me things, and I'm like, do I really want to get into it, or I just let it go? It is
You
like
gotta
a
pick and choose your battles.
yeah, but a lot of people will see that as, oh my god, like she's very careless, and it's
hmm
not like at a certain point I am, but not for everything. Like I choose my mental peace.
Because there'll be things that happen with my husband and I'll notice it and I won't say anything. I'm like, is this gonna matter like in a few months? Like, is this
Yeah,
gonna develop into a big snowball, like a problem? And
yeah.
if it's not, then I'm not gonna bring it up. But if I feel like, okay, potentially this is gonna get worse if I don't say something now, that's what I'll waste my time on. But if it's something that he just did because he was being stupid, it is what it is.
You know what? I feel like I mean, we should leave this for another episode, but I'm gonna say this a little bit and then we'll end it
Mm-hmm.
here. I feel with my husband, I kind of learned how to like grow up
Mm-hmm.
with him because he's so different than like how I am.
So he gives you like a different perspective.
He gives me a different perspective and like a different point of view, like how I see
Mm-hmm.
things. So I'm gonna leave it there. So on the next episode, we'll talk about it a little bit more about our husbands and what we like and don't like about
Great.
them.
Great.
But I wanted to just end it here with this message. Like be positive, and be mindful of your body and your energy and your mental health because
And just remember you're always enough.
yes, and you're worth it. You're a lot more than just you know what you see. You're a lot more than that. So just don't forget to love yourself and take care of yourself, and do the little things that make you happy. Do your little
Always make
routines.
time for self-care.
Always make time. Sabrina's gonna work on that for 2025.
I guess.
All right, and then with that, that's it. We'll see you
Bye
guys.
guys.
We'll see you guys in another episode. Bye.
Bye.
Deuces.